Smart chords in GarageBand iOS. What are they? How do you use them? And why are these the default ones? In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. Let's go. Welcome back to another GarageBand 5-minute tip. If you'd like to learn a heap more about the keyboard instruments and all of the other features of GarageBand, check out the rest of the videos linked in the description. Here in GarageBand on your iPad or your iPhone, you can play any of your keyboard instruments by simply playing the keys. But what if you're not that familiar with a keyboard or you don't know your chords? Well, never fear, smart chords are here. To go to the chords strip view, tap on this button in the right-hand side. And you'll be presented with these 8 chords, or if you're using a larger iPad, you'll have 4 additional chords. We're covering the default 8 in this video. If you've got the extras, that's just a little bit of a bonus for you. And no, unfortunately, there is no way to add those additional 4 chords. If you've got a smaller device like this 11-inch iPad, you'll only have the 8 chords available. To play the chords, you can tap in these 5 treble sections and these 3 bass sections. And there's other fun things like the arpeggiator and autoplay. If you'd like to learn about all of those, check out the other videos that I've conveniently located in the description below. Now you may be wondering, why does it choose these 8 chords? Well, it's related to the key signature. To set your key signature, tap on the settings in the top right corner, and you'll see here we're in C major. If we change this to say G major, you'll notice that the relative chords will also change. And if we change it to a minor, they'll change again. Okay, theory alert. Yes, we're going to have to go into a little bit of musical theory to explain this. Let's go back to C major, and you'll see here that we have C, F, and G. And that's your 1, 4, and 5 that you may be familiar with. You've got your root position, your 4th position, and then your 5th position, which is pretty standard 3 chords used in a lot of songs. But what about these 3 chords down here? Well, these are the relative minors of these 3 chords. So our C has the relative minor of A minor. G has a relative minor of E minor, and F has a relative minor of, you guessed it, D minor. And you'll find that a lot of popular songs use just these 6 chords to create some pretty cool chord progressions. You may know this one, the 1, 5, 4, 6. When you find yourself in times of trouble, you can remember all the chords. And if you want a bit of a chuckle, check out Axis of Awesome's 4-chord song that shows you just how many songs use just these 4 chords. So with the 3 majors and 3 relative minors, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but the 7th chord that's on the 7th note of the scale is not actually a B. In this case, it uses the B flat and a B diminished. Now, you can scour the internet and find different theories about fourths and circle of fifths, but I just think it's Apple trying to be a bit spicy. Don't worry, though, because if you don't want these, let's say you want the more classical B7 chord, all you need to do to change these chords is tap up here in the top right, tap on Edit Chords, and we can change these up. So if we wanted this B flat to actually be a B, we can just scroll it on up to a B, and then grab this over here and scroll this up to a 7th chord, hit the done button, and now we've got our B7 chord. And we can, of course, add in any other chords you like. Some people like an E major when they're using C. You can add that in here by doing that same Edit Chords function. And if we decide to go into a minor key by changing the key signature here, yeah, it's a whole different kettle of fish. Why don't you share with me your thoughts and theories on the selected chords for these minor keys as well? There you have it. Why are these chords the way they are? Well, now you know a little bit more. Once again, if you'd like to learn a whole heap more about using GarageBand to create, record, and release your best music, check the other videos in the description, and I'll see you next time.